From this book, OpenGL Survival 7th edition, Part 2, Chapter 10, Examples, Compute Shader, Parallel Prefix Sum. Compute Shader, Parallel Prefix Sum. If you scroll down, you can find Figure 10.5, breaking a prefix sum to smaller chunks. If you scroll down, you can find listing 10.6 prefix sum implementation using compute shader. This algorithm is very complex, especially this part is very hard to understand. To understand this algorithm, it took me 3 full days. I will create 2 or 3 videos to implement prefix sum algorithm using compute shader. From my YouTube channel, C++ Electricity and Magnetism. From this playlist, scroll down, episode 49. From this video, show more, download current video source code. Click it. Show in folder, unzip it. Rename 050. Parallel prefix sum. Copy this folder, paste it in your working directory. Open up Visual Studio Code, Electricity and Magnetism. Select this folder, click this button, CPU prefix.cpp, hit enter, Ctrl B. I will close welcome window. I will copy and paste this text. This algorithm is very advanced. It took me 3 full days to understand how to implement compute shader parallel prefix sum algorithm. This algorithm is explained in this book. In this coding, this part was most challenging to me. So in this episode, I will explain what these things mean. Begin Visual Studio Code. Include CPG, STD, extensions. Include CPG, bitwise.hpp, namespace, CBT, CPG, bitwise, using uint, unsigned int. Context for uint num elements 32. This should be power of 2 for the prefix sum 1. Int main, copy this function, paste it here. Int array num elements std iora std begin array std and array 0 std cout array cpg and l. Now I will be using this command prompt. Intel SQL OpenGL Programming Guide 9th edition. dir cd 050 parallel prefix sum icx cl cpu prefix.cpp at resp.txt, hit enter. CLS I. So we initialized an array with 32 elements. Now I will disable it. Unsigned int steps std log 2 num elements +1 for unsigned int step 0 steps plus plus step unsigned int id spc num elements. I will initialize with the default value. Then rd ids copy paste id msk copy paste wr ids unsigned int mask 1 step -1 for unsigned int id 0 id less than num elements plus plus id uint id sp id right shift step left shift step +1 unsigned int rd id id sp plus mask, or it can be plus mask unsigned int id mk id and mask unsigned int wr id rd id +1 plus id mk, or you can say rd id +1 id mask. Now ids id sps id equals id sp rd ids id equals rd id. It should be s. I fixed id msk id equals id mk wr ids id equals wr id. Now auto block std cout step mask open parentheses, then cbt 2 bits we pass mask, then cpg, and there. With this we will build once cls I. Now here I will copy and paste these things. Now we rebuild again cls I. Please compare this result with our source code, also with figure 10.5. By comparing figure 10.5 with this result, you have to understand what this expression means.